In the heart of Sri Lanka, where the land is draped in emerald green and the skies echo with the calls of exotic birds, lies the Sinharajaya Forest. This ancient rainforest is a place of legends, where the air is thick with the scent of moss and the whispers of the past. The forest is a living tapestry of life, a sanctuary for countless species, many of which cannot be found anywhere else in the world. Towering trees, their canopies intertwined, create a verdant roof that filters the sunlight into a gentle, emerald glow. The undergrowth is a lush, chaotic tangle of ferns and vines, alive with the rustle of small creatures. For centuries, Sinharajaya has been more than just a forest. It has been a source of inspiration, a haven for the soul, and a treasure trove of biodiversity. But it is also a place shrouded in mystery and legend. Stories passed down through generations speak of ancient spirits and hidden treasures, of enchanted beings who protect the forest from harm. One such legend tells of a mystical guardian known as the Sinharajaya, a spirit said to embody the essence of the forest. The Sinharajaya is believed to appear to those in need, offering guidance and protection. The villagers living on the outskirts of the forest speak of hearing a deep, resonant voice in the rustling leaves, a voice that brings both comfort and awe. Amara, a young and spirited woman from a nearby village, had always been fascinated by the stories of Sinharajaya. Her grandfather, a wise old man who had spent his youth exploring the forest, had filled her childhood with tales of its wonders and secrets. On the day of her 25th birthday, Amara decided to venture into Sinharajaya. She had always felt a deep connection to the forest, as if it called to her in dreams and waking moments alike. Armed with little more than a backpack, a journal, and her grandfather's stories, she set off at dawn, her heart brimming with excitement and curiosity. As she entered the forest, the world around her transformed. The air grew cooler, filled with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. The trees, ancient and majestic, towered over her, their branches forming a canopy that seemed to touch the heavens. As she entered the forest, the world around her transformed. The air grew cooler, filled with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. The trees, ancient and majestic, towered over her, their branches forming a canopy that seemed to touch the heavens. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Amara stumbled upon a hidden grove. It was a place of surreal beauty, where the trees formed a perfect circle around a clear, sparkling pool. The air here was charged with a sense of magic and mystery. Feeling an inexplicable pull, Amara approached the pool. Its surface was as smooth as glass, reflecting the sky above. As she gazed into its depths, she saw something that made her heart skip a beat. There, at the bottom of the pool, lay a small, intricately carved wooden box. Amara knelt by the pool, her reflection merging with the image of the box below. She reached into the water, which was surprisingly warm, and retrieved the box. It was old, its surface worn smooth by time, but its carvings were still distinct, a series of symbols and animals, unlike anything she had ever seen. As she held the box in her hands, a sudden breeze swept through the grove, carrying with it the soft, melodic whisper of a voice. "Amara," it said, "you have found the key to the heart of Sinharajaya." Startled, Amara looked around, but saw no one. The voice, however, continued to speak, its tone gentle and wise. "I am the Sinharajaya, the guardian of this forest. You have been chosen to embark on a journey that will reveal the true nature of this land and your own destiny." Amara, though shaken, felt a sense of calm wash over her. "What must I do?" she asked, her voice trembling with both fear and excitement. "Open the box," the Sinharajaya replied. "Inside, you will find a map. Follow it, and you will discover the secrets of Sinharajaya and your role in its preservation." With trembling hands, Amara opened the box. Inside was a parchment, aged and fragile, covered in intricate drawings and symbols. It was a map of the forest, but not one she could readily understand. The markings seemed to shift and change as she looked at them, guiding her eyes along a path that wound through the forest and led to a point marked with a glowing symbol. The next morning, with the map in hand, Amara set out to follow the path it revealed. The forest seemed different now, more alive and aware of her presence. The birds sang in a symphony, and the trees whispered secrets in the wind. As she followed the map, Amara encountered various challenges. She had to cross a raging river, using the stones and fallen logs as stepping stones. She navigated through dense thickets, where thorns tore at her clothes and skin. She climbed steep hills and descended into shadowy valleys. Throughout her journey, she felt the presence of the Sinharajaya guiding and protecting her. When she grew weary, a gentle breeze would refresh her. When she felt lost, the path would reveal itself with a subtle glow. It was as if the forest itself was leading her to her destination. Days turned into weeks as Amara journeyed deeper into Sinharajaya. Along the way, she encountered a host of creatures, each more wondrous than the last. There were tiny, glowing insects that danced in the air like living stars, and majestic deer with antlers that seemed to be made of crystal. She also met other travelers, those who had come to the forest seeking its wisdom and healing powers. They shared their stories and offered her food and shelter, each adding a piece to the puzzle of the forest's mystery. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the forest in a golden glow, Amara reached the place marked on the map. It was a large, ancient tree, its trunk as wide as a house, and its branches stretching into the sky like the arms of a giant. The air around it was charged with energy, and the ground seemed to hum with life. Amara approached the tree, feeling a sense of reverence and awe. She placed her hand on its rough bark and closed her eyes, letting the energy of the tree flow through her. In that moment, she felt a deep connection to the forest, as if she were a part of it, and it a part of her. The Sinharajaya's voice spoke again, soft and resonant. "You have reached the heart of Sinharajaya, Amara. Here, you will discover the true nature of this forest and your role in its preservation." As the Sinharajaya spoke, the tree began to glow with a soft, golden light. The ground beneath Amara's feet seemed to shift, and a doorway appeared at the base of the tree. Taking a deep breath, Amara stepped through the doorway and into a world beyond imagination. Inside the tree, Amara found herself in a vast, luminous cavern. The walls were covered in glowing crystals, and the air was filled with the soft hum of energy. In the center of the cavern was a pool of liquid light, its surface rippling with a gentle, mesmerizing glow. The Sinharajaya appeared before her, not as a voice, but as a majestic figure of light and shadow. Its form was both human and animal, shifting and changing with each passing moment. "Welcome, Amara," it said. "You have journeyed far and proven yourself worthy." Amara bowed her head, feeling a deep sense of humility and gratitude. "What is this place?" she asked. "This is the heart of Sinharajaya," the Sinharajaya replied. "It is the source of all life in the forest, a place where the physical and the spiritual are one. Here, you will learn the secrets of the forest and your role in its preservation." The Sinharajaya led Amara to the edge of the pool, where she could see her reflection in the shimmering light. As she gazed into the pool, her reflection began to change, revealing images of the past, present, and future. The images in the pool showed Amara the history of Sinharajaya, from its creation by ancient forces of nature to its role as a sanctuary for countless species. She saw the struggles and triumphs of the creatures that called the forest home, and the delicate balance that maintained the ecosystem. She also saw the threats that loomed over the forest: deforestation, climate change, and the encroachment of human development. The images showed her the impact of these threats and the devastating consequences they could have on the forest and its inhabitants. The Sinharajaya spoke again, its voice filled with both sorrow and hope. The forest is in danger, Amara. Its survival depends on those who understand its true nature and are willing to fight for its preservation. You have been chosen to be a guardian of Sinharajaya, to protect it and ensure its future.